Here is something most doctors never tell you. After the age of 40, stress does not just make you anxious. It literally reshapes your body, and the mechanism is so specific that once you understand it, you cannot unsee it. The hormone responsible is cortisol, and after 40, your relationship with it changes completely. Let me explain exactly what is happening inside your body right now. Cortisol is your primary stress hormone, produced by your adrenal glands sitting right on top of your kidneys. In your 20s and 30s, cortisol spikes during stress and then drops back down efficiently. Your body clears it fast. But a landmark study published in the journal Psychoneuroendocrinology in 2013 found that cortisol clearance rates decline significantly after age 40, meaning the hormone stays elevated in your bloodstream for far longer than it used to. Now here is where it gets really specific. Cortisol does not distribute fat evenly. It targets visceral fat, the deep abdominal fat surrounding your organs, because visceral fat cells have 4 times more cortisol receptors than subcutaneous fat, the fat you can pinch under your skin. This was confirmed by researchers at Yale University who discovered that women with higher cortisol reactivity had significantly more abdominal fat, even when their total body weight was normal. This is why you can be exercising regularly and still watch your waistline expand after 40. The cortisol is winning. But the story gets deeper. Chronically elevated cortisol after 40 triggers something called cortisol-induced insulin resistance. Your cells start ignoring insulin signals, so your pancreas pumps out more insulin to compensate. High insulin is literally a fat storage signal. Your body is simultaneously being told to store fat while also being primed by cortisol to store it specifically in your abdomen. A 2019 study from the University of California, San Francisco followed 1,054 adults over a decade and found that those with consistently elevated evening cortisol levels were 43% more likely to develop metabolic syndrome by their mid-50s. That is not a small number. Evening cortisol is the key phrase there. Healthy cortisol follows a rhythm called the diurnal pattern. It should spike sharply about 30 minutes after waking, called the cortisol awakening response, then gradually decline throughout the day, reaching its lowest point around midnight. After 40, this curve flattens. The morning spike gets blunted, and the evening levels stay too high. Research from the Max Planck Institute showed that a blunted cortisol awakening response is directly linked to chronic fatigue, cognitive fog, and slowed metabolism. So what actually works to restore this rhythm? First, morning light exposure within 10 minutes of waking resets your cortisol curve through the retinohypothalamic pathway. A 2021 Stanford study by Drive. Andrew Huberman confirmed even 10 minutes of outdoor morning light significantly improves the cortisol awakening response. Second, phosphatidylserine, a naturally occurring phospholipid, has been shown in multiple trials including a 2002 double-blind study in nutritional neuroscience to reduce exercise-induced cortisol spikes by up to 30% in adults over 40. Third, and this is the one people skip, social connection measurably lowers cortisol. A 2010 meta-analysis covering 148 studies found that strong social relationships reduced cortisol-related mortality risk by 50%. Your stress hormone is not just a mindset problem. It is a biological one with biological solutions. Start with the morning light. That costs you nothing.